You are never going to meet a single person who hasn't experienced pitfalls somewhere along the lines within their healing journey or their health journey, fitness journey, whatever journey they might be on. Even somebody whose job revolves around fitness or being the ideal person to go to for health and wellness. Think coaches, think doctors, whoever. They can be many, many years into their practice, but they can still occasionally, or maybe in some instances, frequently, have pitfalls and get sucked right back into the loop of perhaps diet culture or a negative mindset loop, and somehow get knocked off the bandwagon of the healing and the healthful living that they were once in. Yes, they have figured out strategies and things that they can do to effectively get themselves out of that mindset and out of that way of living and doing and out of those negative habits. However, it's not realistic to believe that any of these people don't get caught in a rut. And I want to tell you exactly about the rut that I was just in a couple of days ago, give you some examples, and let you know the strategies that I used to get out of it. I want you guys to know that even somebody like me or somebody who's been on their healing journey or a coach like myself can still get sucked right back down into the loop. But it's in our hands to get ourselves right back up again.
What's up, guys?
My name is Eden Gold. I'm a body image and self-esteem health coach. I help people who have struggled with disordered eating and body confidence and body image and self-esteem, and I help them through mindset transformation. If this is something that you're interested in, then definitely subscribe to this channel. It would help out my tiny little channel a lot. But I love spreading this message of positive energy and how to retrain your mindset to think more positively and how to get yourself out of these ruts and out of feeling stressed and how to heal your relationship with your body and with food. So give your girl a subscribe and follow me on Instagram because I post so many tips along these lines as well. I share a lot of stories from my personal story and from you guys, and I give shout outs very frequently. So go head over there and let's get into it. Check the lighting real quick. I'm wearing white pants and my butt just slid all across this dirty ground. I can't wait to see how this ends. So the last couple of days I've just been feeling extremely not great. And I've just been kind of in a slump. I feel like everything was reaching an all-time high and then
the plane crashed into the ground.
And I was experiencing a lot of digestive discomfort. I was having extreme brain fog, and I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about that. The first thing I will say, it started when I didn't have any groceries in the house. I eat a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables, and it's just something that I like to snack on a lot. Like, don't get me wrong, your girl loves to eat chips. But I just love always having fruit and things to make salads with on hand so that it's something quick that I can grab. If there comes a time where it takes a while for me to go grocery shopping because I want to get really low on the groceries instead of making a short trip to the store, I will try and wait. But the fact that I haven't had literally any fruit on hand and hardly any vegetables to do anything with has left me snacking on a lot of processed foods and just something quick and not necessarily having a full and fulfilling meal. And if I get into the habit of snacking all day, then I will never get to the point where I'm hungry enough to have a full meal. So naturally, my whole meal is just consisted of snacking on something once an hour, every couple of hours, and it doesn't make you feel very great. You look back on your day and you're wondering why you never actually had a full nourishing meal. So that was the first thing that happened. The next thing that also played a huge role in the way I've been feeling has been the fact that the AC in my house has not been working. I'm gonna enter in a little clip that I took the other night when I was feeling not so hot about myself and just my eating patterns and then the air being all muggy and foggy. But since the AC has not been working and it's been like 80 plus degrees here in Sacramento, it's been tough to find the motivation and the drive to literally do anything. So naturally, I wasn't feeling that great. So it's about 7 p.m. right now and our AC isn't working at the moment. We just bought new batteries and it's still not turning on, and it's like it was 80 plus degrees today, and you know when it's just so hot you literally don't have the motivation to do anything? So that's about where I'm at right now. I think that I'm almost certain that my throat chakra is pretty clouded right now and pretty blocked. I have a lot of pressure in my throat area, and I feel like I'm not digesting food very well. Like I ate earlier and I feel like it's all just sitting right here. And so the last couple of days I think I've been a little bit out of balance with my eating, and I think that certainly has to do with it. So yesterday I got really terrible sleep that morning because my dog, a 7-month-old Rottweiler, she sleeps in our bed, and she was laying on top of the blankets and I could not pull them over me, and I was just so annoyed having to like move her around all night. And so when I woke up, I never really was super self-aware about how much sleep impacted the way that I feel the next day. I kind of just pushed it aside and didn't really find connections, but I just snacked all day long, and I feel like I ate so much food even when I wasn't hungry at all. I was so out of tune with my intuitive eating signs. And fast forward to this morning, I woke up and I felt great, and I was ready to have like a great workout and have a great day, and I did until around dinner time. So about 2 hours ago, like I wasn't even that hungry, but I was just so hot and so exhausted, and I felt like my energy had been depleted. So I made like a smoothie and then like a bowl of vegetables with teriyaki sauce, and then I had an apple with peanut butter after. Like so random. And the whole time I was eating it, I did not enjoy it at all. Like it tasted good, sure, but I was just eating like almost mindlessly, or if I was aware of it, I was only aware of the fact that I hated it because I wasn't hungry. It was such a random meal. The air in here is not cool and inviting, so I just feel stuffy and gross. And now I feel like all the food is kind of backed up right here. You know that feeling when you just like shove it all down, you gullet it? That's how I feel. The reason I bring this up is because there are a variety of factors that can lead us to not feeling so great about ourselves, and like we've hit a slump. When we hit this slump, immediately our mindset is going to follow that. Remember, whatever we believe about ourselves, we're going to be subconsciously looking for ways to back that up, or whatever we believe. So if I'm already in a bad mood because of having this brain fog, not feeling so hot, and snacking all day, then my mindset is just going to plummet along with the actions that I'm taking. And it's just going to be this cycle. And a lot of us get into these cycles very often, but some of us not so much. So it sucks when we do get into them. But I want you guys to know, anybody who's watching this that might be experiencing something that's similar, you're not alone. So what did I start to do to feel better after that point? That night, there wasn't really much I can do besides sleep it off. The next few days were a little bit rocky, but the next morning, the first thing I did was soak up as much of the fresh air that I could. And I already felt substantially better having that nice and cooling air entering into my house, and like the day was going to be off to a good start had I had some strategies in place following that when it became to get hot again, when it started to get hot again.
Hey, tiny animal. Hello. Hello.
My camera's about to die soon, which is really unfortunate because I'm really into this now. I should probably get off my phone. So as you can see, I had some strategies in place that I was thinking of incorporating, which I actually did, and I've been continuing to do so. Writing down things that I'm grateful? Writing down things that I'm grateful for, writing down my gratitude, and just reflecting on the things that I love about my life and I love that are in my life. It's one thing to think it, but it's another thing to see it and actually have a physical representation of something happy and uplifting. Another thing that I've been doing is, not every night, but most nights, I've been taking a couple of minutes to write in my journal just how the day went. I'm not very good at writing in my journal, but it's something that a lot of us hear about and we just haven't started to do it. But I wanted to force myself to do it because I figured if there was a good time to do it, then it would be now. So taking a couple of minutes and just reflecting on how the day went. What went good? What didn't go good? And you don't even need a prompt. Just start writing things down and let those creative juices flow. You know what I'm saying? The third thing that I did was make sure I was getting in enough steps for the day. Now, I have a goal that's on and off to get about 10,000 steps. It doesn't happen every day. I'm not super anal about it, but it's something that I strive for on most days. And if you guys are thinking, I need to immediately incorporate all of these things into my diet. I need a journal. I need to meditate. I need to go on a walk, blah, blah, blah. No, that's not the case. In fact, that's the exact opposite of what I would recommend that you do. I would recommend you come up with 1 to 3 ideas of things that you might enjoy trying to do, and then pick one of them to start with. Stick with it for about a week. See how it makes you feel. Do you feel comfortable adding something onto that? Do you want to switch it to something else? And work like that. Slow and steady will get you to where you want to go. Slow and steady wins the race. The reason that I've been incorporating more into my life is because I've gotten to a place where I feel comfortable doing that. A lot of these things I already do off and on, or I already have methods in place. Like the walking, for example. I've been doing this, but I just wanted to be a little bit more mindful about it, considering the circumstances. I knew that walking was going to help me with my digestion, since I was eating more than I should have, or more processed foods. Not necessarily more than I should have, because is there really a limit to food? Yes. But I hope that makes sense. So that's what works for me, and that's the strategies that I've put in place for myself. But for somebody who hasn't necessarily tried different methods of getting themselves out of a funk and back into that healthy mindset and healthy habit situation, just pick one thing to start with. The next thing that I incorporated into the next day was doing something that brought me joy and doing something that made me feel like my self-care needs were being taken care of. I don't know why I can't speak ever. It's not just today. So I put on my foot spa, put in a little bit of tea tree oil, Epsom salt, and something as simple as that makes me feel more grounded and kind of like I have my together. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced that mood where you're like really stressed out and you have a ton of things to do, and it's all busy work and things that need to get done. And instead of doing any of the most important things, what do you do first? You clean something. Or you do something that can absolutely wait, but it makes you feel a little bit better to have your desk clean. So rather than starting on something important, what do? You clean your desk. Well, that was like me with the foot spa. I'm like, you know what? If anything is going to bring me a little bit more peace of mind and comfort, it's going to be soaking my feet in the foot spa. So that's exactly what I did. Alright guys, it is many days later, and I just wanted to film a quick outro because my camera died, and then I just got busy doing life things. So I wanted to wrap up the video there because I think you guys have a few good pointers as to not only what you can do in times when you're just feeling overwhelmed or feel like you just hopped right off the bandwagon and things just aren't going your way and you feel like you're in a downward spiral. Not only that, but exactly what I do to get out of it. I'll put time markers down in the description below so you guys know exactly what steps I took and when. And other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you found something valuable that you can use in times when you feel like you need it. And I would love it if you commented what your opinions are on this, and if you like this video, and subscribe to this channel, and let me know what other video topics you might like to see in regards to anything related to mindset transformation and holistic health, body, skin, all of that kind of stuff, food, recipes, wellness, overall abundance. Let's do it. But yeah, so see you guys later. Peace.